The city was a labyrinth of secrets. Towering buildings scraped the sky, casting long shadows that whispered of forgotten things. Ancient alleyways snaked between modern structures, remnants of a time lost to the relentless march of progress. This was Kaito's city, a place where reality felt thin, as if another world waited just beyond the veil. Kaito, a young man with a thirst for adventure, felt the city's pulse in his bones. He explored its hidden corners, seeking out the stories etched into its ancient stones. One humid afternoon, his wanderings led him to a forgotten district on the city's edge. It was a place of crumbling brick and overgrown pathways, untouched by the city's usual vibrancy. There, nestled between a boarded-up bookshop and a derelict apartment block, stood a door. It wasn't the kind of door one would expect to find in such a place. This door was ancient, crafted from dark, ornately carved wood. It seemed to pulse with an inner light beckoning him closer. Kaito's breath caught in his throat. He reached out a hesitant hand, feeling an unexpected warmth radiating from the wood. As his fingers brushed against the intricate carvings, a symbol on the door pulsed brightly. The world around him dissolved into a dizzying swirl of light and shadow. Kaito had always felt a restless energy within him, a yearning for something more than his ordinary life. He spent his days working at a mundane job, his evenings lost in daydreams of faraway lands and thrilling adventures. The door, with its promise of the unknown, called to that yearning deep within his soul. The swirling vortex of light deposited him unceremoniously onto solid ground. Kaito gasped, his senses reeling as he took in his surroundings. Gone were the familiar sights and sounds of his city. He found himself in a vast cavern, its ceiling lost in a dizzying expanse of stars. Strange luminous plants bathed the cavern in an ethereal glow, and the air hummed with unseen energy. Before him stood the door, now a towering archway carved from obsidian. Its intricate carvings seemed to writhe and shift in the pulsating light. He was no longer in the city he knew. This was a place of ancient magic, a gateway to a world beyond his wildest imaginings. He was not alone. A group of figures emerged from the shadows, their eyes gleaming with curiosity and caution. They wore clothes of strange fabrics adorned with intricate embroidery, and their weapons gleamed with an otherworldly light. This was a side of reality hidden from ordinary eyes, and Kaito had stumbled right into its heart. The world beyond the door was a breathtaking tapestry of the familiar and the fantastical. Flying cities, shimmering like jewels against the crimson sky, soared above lush forests teeming with mythical creatures. Time flowed differently here, stretching and compressing in ways that defied logic. Kaito learned that this realm was known as Ethel. It was a land of diverse civilizations, each with its own unique customs and histories. There were proud warrior tribes who rode giant winged wolves, their armor forged from the scales of dragons. There were ethereal beings who lived in harmony with nature, their cities woven into the very fabric of the ancient forests. His guides explained that Ethel and Earth were connected by a network of hidden doorways. These doorways were more than just portals. They were conduits of powerful energy, capable of shaping the destinies of both worlds. For centuries, these doorways remained hidden, a closely guarded secret shared by a select few. But the balance was shifting. Whispers of a growing darkness spread throughout Ethel, a force that threatened to exploit the doors for its own sinister purpose. Kaito, once an ordinary young man from a world much like our own, now found himself at the heart of a conflict that spanned realities. The responsibility for protecting the doors fell upon two ancient orders, the Guardians and the Seekers. The Guardians, warriors of unmatched skill, dedicated their lives to safeguarding Ethel from those who would exploit the doors for their own gain. Clad in gleaming armor, they trained tirelessly, honing their bodies and minds into weapons of legend. The Seekers, masters of knowledge and lore, were charged with understanding the intricate workings of the doors. They traveled far and wide, collecting ancient texts and deciphering forgotten prophecies. Their wisdom helped maintain the delicate balance between worlds. Kaito, drawn to the call of adventure and the allure of the unknown, found himself torn between these two paths. The Guardians saw potential in his raw strength and unwavering determination, while the Seekers recognized a keen intellect and a thirst for knowledge that belied his years. His arrival in Ethel was no accident. An ancient prophecy spoke of a traveler from beyond the veil, a young man who would tip the scales in the coming conflict. Some believed Kaito to be this chosen one, destined to either save or destroy both worlds. Kaito chose to train with the Guardians. He was drawn to their unwavering dedication and the raw power they commanded. Under their tutelage, he began a grueling regimen, pushing his body and mind to their limits. He learned the ancient art of Kaizen-ryu, a martial arts style that emphasized fluidity, precision, and harnessing the energy within. His days were filled with the clang of wooden swords, the rhythmic thud of bare feet on the training ground, and the whispered instructions of his masters. He learned to anticipate his opponent's movements, to strike with lightning speed, and to deflect blows with effortless grace. His body, once ordinary, transformed into a weapon of honed steel. But his training wasn't limited to the physical realm. The Guardians also taught him to tap into the latent energy that flowed through all living things. He learned to channel this energy, known as ether, to enhance his strength, speed, and senses. It was a power both exhilarating and terrifying, a force that could be used for good or for evil. As Kaito honed his skills, a growing sense of unease settled over Ethel. The whispers of encroaching darkness grew louder, carried on the wind from distant corners of the realm. Reports from seeker outposts spoke of strange occurrences, unexplained fluctuations in the door's energy, unsettling dreams that plagued the minds of both guardians and seekers, and whispers of a name spoken with reverence and fear. The name was a murmur on the wind, a shadow that stretched across both worlds: Renzo. Renzo was once a promising guardian, renowned for his mastery of ether and his unwavering dedication to protecting the balance. But his thirst for power proved his undoing. He delved into forbidden knowledge, seeking to control the doors for his own ambition. He believed that Ethel's power could be harnessed, that its magic could be used to reshape both worlds in his image. The Guardians confronted Renzo, but his power had grown beyond their reckoning. He escaped their grasp, vanishing into the labyrinthine pathways between worlds. Now, after years of hiding, Renzo was resurfacing, his power amplified by the dark forces he had embraced. Renzo established his stronghold in the Obsidian Citadel, a fortress of jagged obsidian spires and foreboding shadows, located in the most desolate corner of Ethel. The citadel pulsed with dark energy, a blight on the land that corrupted everything it touched. Creatures of nightmare, twisted mockeries of life, prowled its ramparts, their eyes burning with malevolent hunger. From this bastion of darkness, Renzo rallied those who crave power, promising them dominion over both Ethel and He seduced disillusioned guardians, seduced by the promise of forbidden knowledge, and swayed the hearts of those who felt unseen, unheard, and forgotten by the world. The Seekers discovered Renzo's plan, to harness the energy of the doors, to shatter the barriers between worlds, unleashing Ethel's magic upon an unsuspecting